BRONX Knights Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. If you like baseball, plenty of baseball here. If you like other types of video games, there are playlists on this channel that you can surf through. Everything from survival horror to cyberpunk to, you know, whatever. Dungeons and Dragons. We also have a playlist dedicated to that. But of course, if you're here now, you're here for baseball. So let's get right to it. This is a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for the PS4. It's my intention to play every game, every inning of every game of a 162 game schedule. As you can see, the BRONX Knights, which is the name of the created franchise, on the screen is the standings. They are in first place in the American League West. They're 69-37. They have an 8-game lead over the second place Mariners. This is the end of July, 2 months left in the season. Let's jump into the calendar and start this baby up. So it's a 3-game set against Oakland. We won the first 2 games, 8-5 and 8-4. So we're going for the sweep at this 3-game set. Organization, play game, okay. Auto fix the lineup, play full game. We are the home team at Classic Yankee Stadium. Looks good. Madison Bumgarner is the starter. Okay, people need some rest. Let's go. Max is going to come out for Manuel Margot. Michael O'Rourke's going to take a seat for Hunter Renfroe. I think that's good enough, but Margot can stay there. Let's see. Benny Cicero will jump there. Matt Saps will jump there. Termini will jump there. And that looks about right. Let's rock and roll. As I said before, the Knights lead the series 2-0. The Knights are going for the sweep. Here are the lineups. Get ready for some play-by-play. Going for win number 70. Welcome to a broadcast of Major League Baseball here on MLB The Show 20 as the Oakland A's visit the BRONX Knights here at Yankee Stadium. On the mound for the Knights, Madison Bumgarner. He's making his 5th start of the season after bouncing back and forth between the bullpen and the starting rotation. His overall record is 7-3 with a 3.74 earned run average. And leading off for the A's is number 42 himself, Jackie Robinson, 287 batting average, 6 homers, 45 runs batted in. And here comes the first pitch of the game. In there, strike one. BRONX Knights are 32 games over 500. That is Don Mattingly playing first, and Hunter Renfroe playing today in left field in place of the starter, Michael O'Rourke. And Jackie just fouls off the fastball count as quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Curveball is low, count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it is a shallow fly ball towards the right field line. Cicero makes the catch for out number 1. Nice play. Starting lineup for the A's. Jackie Robinson led off. Burt Wells is the DH. Mickey Mantle is in center. Adam Dunn is in left. Max Kepler is the right fielder. Cal Ripken Jr. is at short. Willie Stargell is at first. Josh Fuentes is at third. And Yasmani Grandal is the catcher and batting 9th. So DH Burt Wells, 338, 5 homers, 34 runs batted in. He steps in with 1 out here in the top of the first. And he fouls it off to the right side, strike 1. To the pitcher, Bumgarner fields, fires, and quickly there are 2 outs. Nice play. In perfect fielding position after delivering that pitch. So, the Mick, number 7, Hall of Famer, Mickey Mantle, hitting .306 with 27 homers and 83 runs batted in. He's 11 for his last 23, 6-game hitting streak. So, 2 outs here in the first. High strike, but called a strike nonetheless. Count is 0-1. It'll be a quick game if he gets that call all day. Fouls off the curveball, count is 0-2. Change-ups outside, count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carl Dixon is the man at home plate calling balls and strikes. And he fouls the cut fastball back. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first. No score in the Bronx. And it is a lazy fly ball towards the right center field gap. There is Lo Cicero to make the catch and retire the side. So after half an inning of baseball, it is the Oakland Athletics 0, Bronx Knights coming to bat. So on the mound for the A's is Matt Bowman. Okay, he's what they refer to as an opener. He's a bullpen guy. This is his first start of the season. He's 4-5 with a 5.35 earned run average. They expect him to go 2, maybe 3 innings at most. And leading off for the Knights, playing in place of Max Lukulich, is Manuel Margot, part-time player. Does have 2 homers and 11 RBIs on the season. Checks his swing, split finger fastball is low. A's are in 3rd place. They're 7 games over 500 for the season. 2-seam fastball hits the outside corner, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Way out in front of the split finger, count is quickly 1 ball, 2 strikes on Margot. He's in there giving Max Lukulich a day off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pulls it into the left field seats. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Low. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the first. Did he check it? Yes, he did. So he walks the first man he faces. And Margot is at first here to lead off the game for the Knights. Let's see if he broke his wrists. See if it was a good call. Yeah, he was good. So up next is Don Mattingly, the first baseman. He's hitting .323 on the season. It's been hot as of late. Nobody outrunner leads off first. Big lead over there. And he hits it deep, but this one will curl into the seats, a foul ball. So the count is 0-1 on Donnie Baseball. And it's up the middle, shoveled over to second for 1, back to first. It is a 6-4-3 DP, and there are quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Starting lineup for the Knights, Manuel Margot leads off, plays center. Mattingly's at first, Chris Ramos at second, banging Lo Cicero in right. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop, Matt Saps is the DH, Matt Termini is at third, Hunter Renfroe plays left, and Anthony Mello is behind the plate and catcher. .378 batting average, 41 home runs, 107 RBIs. Chris Ramos swings at the first pitch he sees, a lazy fly ball to Mickey Mantle in center. He makes the catch to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Bowman, and at the end of 1, there's no score. So top of the second, the left fielder, Adam Dunn, steps up to the plate, sitting .237 on the season.
Adam Dunn.
And he swings and misses foul tipped it at the glove. Pardon me. In this fictional universe, Adam Dunn has more than 600 home runs through his career. And he hits it to the only man on the left side of the infield, Termini, throws across for the first out here in the top of the second. Defensive alignment for the Bronx Knights in the outfield from left to right is Hunter Renfroe, Manuel Margot, and Benny Lo Cicero. And in the infield is Termini, Salazar, Ramos, Mattingly, and Anthony Mills behind the plate. The Knights are 5th in the American League in fielding percentage. So next up is Max Kepler, the right fielder, 292, 17 homers, 56 runs batted in. There's one out here in the second. Takes fastball at the knees, strike one.
0-1.
And it's a line drive over the head of the second baseman, playing just behind the second base bag. So it is a one-out hit for the Oakland A's. Kepler is at first. Almost a nice leaping catch. In any event, the shortstop Cal Ripken Jr. steps up. He's bringing an 11-game hitting streak to the plate. He's hitting .326, 22 homers, 79 runs batted in. And the pitch is just low, ball one. Cal Ripken is famous for his consecutive game streak as a member of the Baltimore Orioles. And he pulls it foul. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Ripken. 2,632 consecutive baseball games. And that's a line drive base hit, heading for the gap, and it will roll all the way to the wall. Throw back in. He's making a turn at second and third. They will hold. So with one out, there are now runners at second and third on Cal Ripken's 23rd double of the season, and of course a 12-game hitting streak. Here's the replay. So they are threatening here in the second. Next up, Willie Stargell, the first baseman. 311, 23 homers, 71 runs batted in. And it is a soft line drive in there for a base hit. It's going to be an RBI single for Willie Stargell, and the Oakland A's lead 1-0. Still only one out, runners at first and third. Here's the replay. Just served it into the opposite field for a base hit. Great bat control. So, before this gets crazy, let's do a mound visit. Talk to Madison. Remind him that he is a veteran that's been through this 1,000 times. Josh Fuentes sitting 291, 12 RBIs. Obviously, he's a part-time player. Nobody's up in the Knights bullpen, so they have no intention of replacing him. And the first pitch is fouled off, strike one. He does have 4 homers in limited play. Lazy fly ball to center. Margot is there. He makes the catch. He tags up, coming home. It is not in time, so RBI sacrifice fly for Fuentes, and the score is now 2-0 Oakland. So the number 9 hitter steps up with 2 away. Yasmani Grandal's hitting only $180 on the season. 1 homer, 21 runs batted in. He grounds it down the third base line. It goes just foul. The last moment, it kicked foul as it approached the third base bag. Cut fastball in at the knees. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Hard line drive base hit past the shortstop. Runners will be at first and second with 2 away. Salazar barely had an opportunity to move. That's how hard that ball was hit. So the leadoff man is up again for his second plate appearance. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. He's actually 1 for 10 in this series. Pitch is low, ball 1. It's a big moment in the game. Ground ball. Long throw. In time. And the side is retired. Nice play from Salazar. He had to range far to his left in order to make that play. Off-balance throw. However, after an inning and a half of baseball, they do score 2 runs, and Oakland A's lead 2-0. So we go to the bottom of the second. The right fielder, Benny Locicero, steps up. 283, 21 homers, 79 runs batted in. He was on the roster for the All-Star game for the American League. And he pulls the first pitch, line drive, foul. Strike 1. Didn't start in right field, but he did play a few innings. Line drive over the head of Willie Stargell at first and into right field. It is a leadoff single for the Knights here in the bottom of the second. Let's look at that replay. Come on. Boom. So next up is the switch hitter, shortstop, Jacob Salazar, hitting .324, 13 homers, 67 runs batted in, batting from the left side against the righty Bowman. Los Cicero leads off first. Quick throw over. Almost threw it away.
Nope,
Pitch is low, ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
He is in the top 10 in the American League in batting, .324 average. And that is a hard line drive down the left field. Check that, the right field line. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike on Salazar. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. So it's a 2-0 lead for Oakland here in the bottom of the second here at Classic Yankee Stadium. Bronx Knights facing the Oakland A's. Fouls off the two-seamer, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3-game set at Yankee Stadium. Knights have taken the first 2. They're looking for the sweep today. And that is a line drive single to the center fielder. And it looks like he's going for second. And check that. Actually, it's not a line drive single, it's a line drive double. Salazar's 23rd double of the season, and suddenly there's runners at second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the second. A single can tie this ball game. So up next is the designated hitter, Matthew Saps. .279, 18 homers, 62 runs batted in. It's the end of July, 2 months of the season left. Inside, ball one. And he fouls off the two-seamer, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Saps. He plays a little second base, little shortstop, little third. Today he's the DH. Kind of bounces around the infield. Ground ball to the third baseman. Long throw to first. It's going to be an RBI ground out for Saps as the runner from third came home. So they cut into the lead. It's 2-1 Oakland.
The third baseman, number 79.
So the third baseman, Matt Termini, steps up. .310, 7 homers, 52 runs batted in. He does have a runner in scoring position at second, so a single can tie this game. And a single will tie this game as he makes a turn at third and heads on home. It is an RBI single for Matt Termini, and this ball game is tied. The pitching coach comes in from the bullpen, have a little conversation with Bowman, calm him down a little bit. So runner at first and 1 down. Hunter Renfroe, the left fielder, steps in. And he fouls off the first pitch for strike number 1. Renfroe is playing in place of Michael O'Rourke, the regular left fielder. He's hitting .278 in part-time play. So Termini leads off first. He's going. Pitches outside and low. Throw down to second is not in time. It is a stolen base for Termini. And now they have another runner in scoring position. The go-ahead run. So, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Way out in front of the split finger fastball. Count is 1-2 on Renfroe. And it is a deep drive to center. Mickey Mantle is there. He makes the catch for the second out. So with 2 outs, the catcher, number 9 hitter, Anthony Millo, steps up, hitting .246, 9 homers, 43 runs batted in. He had an absolutely terrible April and May. He's trying to turn his season around at the plate. Hard line drive down the third baseline, strike 1. Okay, 43 runs batted in is not third on the team. That statistic was terrible, very wrong. Swings and misses at the split finger. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Millo. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a deep drive towards the left center, check that, the right center field gap. But Mickey Mantle makes the play to retire the side. But they do get a run on the RBI ground out. And at the end of 2 innings of play, it's a tie ball game. 2 apiece. Obviously, they got more than a run because it's 2 apiece. My mistake. So we go to the top of the third. Burt Wells is the DH. He grounded out in the first. It's 0 for 1. Brand new ball game for Madison Bumgarner. And it is a soft roller to the pitcher's mound. He throws to first. 1 pitch, 1 away.
The center fielder, number 7.
Up second is Mickey Mantle. There is 1 out here in the top of the third. At the knees, strike 1. Big strike zone from the home plate umpire. Fouls the cut fastball back to the screen. Count is 0-2 on Mantle. Yankee legend from the 60s and 70s. And he pulls the fastball foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Center fielder, switch hitter, 500 plus home runs. And it is a lazy fly ball to left. Renfroe barely has to move, and he settles under and makes the catch for out number 2.
Now back.
Adam Dunn, the left fielder, grounded out in the second. He is 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch, 2 outs. Strike 1 at the knees. Strike 2, changeup floats in there. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Dunn. Just gets a piece of the cut fastball. Count remains 0-2. So it's a tie ball game. Score is tied at 2 here in the Bronx. It's the 3rd inning. And that is a deep drive the other way. But Renfroe is there. He makes the catch to retire the side. So after 2.5 innings of baseball, score is tied at 2. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd. The lineup turns over for the Knights. Manuel Margot walked in the first. No official at bat as of yet. And that is a ground ball, base hit through the box, up the middle, into center field. And again, the Knights have the leadoff man on. He's 1 for 1, a single and a walk today. So next up is Donnie Baseball, first baseman for the Bronx Knights. He grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Averages at .322 on the season. He has 19 home runs. Outside, ball 1. Count is 1 ball and no strikes on Don Mattingly, who was an American League All-Star in the 80s and 90s. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. He won the 1985 American League Most Valuable Player Award for the Yankees. Fouls off the 2-seamer. Count is quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes. Won a batting title in '84. Just gets a piece of the 2-seamer to stay alive. So Margot leads off first. Still nobody out here in the 3rd. And again, just staying alive, fouling off pitches. Count remains 1-2. And that is a line drive, but Dunn is there to make the catch 1 away. Schedule for the Knights. Tomorrow is a day off. Then they play 3 against the Rangers and 3 against the Mariners. Mariners in 2nd place. I'm sure they'll look to catch up a little. So, at bat number 2 for Chris Ramos, hitting .377. He did fly out in the first. He has 41 homers and 107 runs batted in. Inside ball 1, and we have 2 more months left of the season to play. And he fouls off the 2-seamer. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Bowman. Plays second base. Quick throw to first. He gets back. Margot. Ramos has led the league in home runs. He was the Rookie of the Year in his first season. This is year number 5 for him. And he pulls a line drive foul. Count is 1-2. Never won a Most Valuable Player award, so. And he's staying alive. Count is 1-2. So I'm sure that's on his mind in these final 2 months of the season. First chance at an MVP trophy. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Margot leads off first. There's 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. And he's a little late on it. Dunn tracks it, makes the catch for the 2nd out. So with 2 outs, up steps Benny Cicero, who had a single in the 1st inning. No, check that. Single in the 2nd. He's 1 for 1. And he pulls it into the seats. Strike 1. Okay, 23 doubles is not first on the team. The stat guy is crazy. Pitch out, but nothing doing. Count is 1-1 on Lo Cicero. Benny led the team in April and May in runs batted in and has since cooled down. Another pitch out, 2 in a row.
1 strike.
So the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Margot getting his lead. Grounds it down right over the bag down the right field line and into the corner. It is going to be runners at 2nd and 3rd. Benny Cicero hits his 24th double of the season. He's 2 for 2. And as you can see, Matt Bowman is flirting with danger. 2 2/3 innings. He's already given up 5 hits. 5 hits and a walk. He's responsible for those 2 runs of 2nd and 3rd, but there are 2 outs. Pitches low, ball 1. Jacob Salazar steps up to the plate. He has a double already today in a run scored. And that is a base hit to right field. And this is going to be a 2-run single for Jacob Salazar. And the Knights take a 4-2 advantage. Nice piece of 2-out hitting by the shortstop. Let's see the replay. Right through that hole between 1st and 2nd. He sprays the ball all over the place, so they can't play him with a shift on him. So Matt Saps steps up. He has an RBI ground out today. Runner at first with 2 down. And that is a line drive to center, but Mantle is there. He makes the catch to retire the side, but not before the Knights get 2 more runs on the single by Jacob Salazar. And at the end of 3 innings of play, Bronx Knights lead 4-2. So leading off the top of the 4th is the right fielder Max Kepler, who has a hit today already. And he pulls it foul, strike 1. His career versus Madison Bumgarner's 3 for 7 with a home run.
That's a ball.
Cut fastballs outside, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike on Max. In there with the cut fastball, count is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ball.
Misses inside, count evens at 2-2. Just misses inside with the changeup. He wanted that pitch, but it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here comes the payoff pitch. And it is a line drive, long run for, brilliant catch by Manuel Margot playing center. It was a sinking low line drive and his shoestring catches it. Let's see that replay. Races to his left. Nice catch. So there's 1 away. Cal Ripken Jr. steps to the plate. He's 4 for 9 in this series. He's a double today in a run scored. He's 1 out here in the 4th. In there, strike 1. So in this fictional universe, he has almost 4,000 hits. Obviously, you get 3,000 hits in real life. Misses outside. Count is 1-1. Bumgarner has 7 wins on the season. Score stays the way it is in number 8. Doctor of the Obvious. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cal. Late on the fastball. Count remains 1-2. This is a broadcast of Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Fouls it off. This count is 1-2. And again, he fouls it back. He's fighting him. Ground ball to the right side. Ramos fields, fires, and there are 2 away.
The first baseman, number 8.
Willie Stargell has an RBI single today. He's hitting .313 on the season. 2 outs here in the 4th. At the knees, strike 1. Just gets a piece of the curveball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Stargell. Just gets a piece of the changeup. Stays alive. Oh, it's a deep drive towards that short porch in right field here at Classic Yankee Stadium. But on the warning track in front of the 314 sign, he makes the catch to retire the side. 3.5 have gone by. It's 4-2. Bronx Knights lead. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Termini has an RBI single today.
Number 79.
He's 1 for 1. And he pulls the line drive into the stands. Strike 1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike on Termini. Third baseman. Way out in front of the split finger fastball. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Matt Bowman has passed 50 pitch mark. Outside, count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Considering he's not usually a starter, you have to think that the leash will be short here in the 4th.
No, that's a ball.
Ah, it's high. Ball 4, and he walks the leadoff man here in the bottom of the 4th.
The left fielder, number 11. Hunter.
So Renfroe. And as predicted, that'll be all for Bowman. Manager just comes out to the mound, calls to the right-hander.
Your attention, please.
In relief comes Chad Green, making his 36th appearance. His record is 4-2. Does have a save on his tally. 4.24 earned run average. Renfroe steps in, nobody out, runner at first. 4-2 lead for the Knights. And it is a steps on second, throws to first. A 4 unassisted, 3 double play. So Matt Bowman, 3 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Not the line he was expecting when he woke up out of bed this morning. So 2 away, bases empty, and Anthony Miller, the number 9 hitter, is up. He's 0 for 1. Inside ball 1. Hector Neris is the right-hander in the Oakland bullpen. It's 4-2 lead for the Bronx Knights. This is Bronx Knights baseball. I am RC Robbin. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Classic Yankee Stadium against the Oakland A's. Outside, count is 2 balls and 1 strike. 3 games set against the A's. The Bronx Knights have won the first 2, trying for the sweep. They have a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. And it is a lazy fly ball to the gap. Mickey Mantle makes the catch to retire the side. So, the end of 4 innings of play. It's the Bronx Knights 4, the Oakland A's 2. We go to the top of the 5th. Josh Fuentes hit a sac fly, so no official at bat. In there, strike one. High and tight, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-2 on Fuentes. Line drive. Oh, he stops it with his body. Ramos picks it up, fires. Not in time. So that should be an infield single, and it is for Josh Fuentes. He leads off the top of the 5th with a hit. So the catcher, Yasmani Grandal, is 1 for 1 with a single. Takes 3 for 8 in the series. And considering his average is under 200, he's having a good series. First pitch is low for ball 1. Oh, this one is deep. Yasmani Grandales just hit a 2-run shot and tied this ball game at 4. That is Yasmani's 2nd home run of the season. And just like that, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Check that, the 5th. The crowd is stunned. Here's the replay. He knew it the minute he hit it. Left the bat on his heel. Hit that facing of the tier deck. So, leadoff man steps in again for his 3rd plate appearance. Jackie Robinson. 0 for 2. Takes low ball 1. So Jackie is the first African-American baseball player to ever play in the major leagues. I think it was in the late 1940s. And it is a soft line drive. And it's, almost botched the catch. Hunter Renfroe had trouble with that. He kind of took off on him a little. But anyway, there's one away. So Burt Wells steps in. He's 0 for 2. Checks his swing, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Burt has a modest 6-game hitting streak on the line. He's 0 for 2 today. There's 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And that is a line drive towards the gap. Long run for Margot, but he gets there. 2 away. Nice play. Showing a lot of range.
The center fielder, number 7, Mickey.
So Mickey Mantle is 0 for 2. 2 flyouts. Addison deals. At the knees, strike 1. 723 home runs for Mickey Mantle in this fictional franchise universe. That's an awful lot of home runs, but still not the 762 that Barry Bonds hit, or the 755 that attempted to say Willie Mays. For some reason I can't remember his name. Willie Mays hit 660. Hank Aaron, pardon me, Hank Aaron. Count is 0-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And he reaches and fouls the fastball back. Count will remain 0-2. So it's a tie ball game here in the 5th. Here's the pitch. And it's a line drive base hit through the right side. And the inning will continue with 2 outs. Mickey is 1 for 3. So Adam Dunn is 4 for 10 with 2 homers in this series. 0 for 2 today. Mattingly takes it, steps on the bag all in one motion. The side is retired, but not before Yasmani Grandal hits a 2-run blast. And halfway through the 5th, this ball game is tied at 4. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Lineup turns over for the Knights. Manuel Margot has a single and a walk in this game. On base both times. And it is a lazy fly ball to right. And Max Kepler makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away. So Donnie Baseball is up. He's 0 for 2 today. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Tie ball game. Pitches outside, ball one from Chad Green. Inside, count as 2 balls and no strikes. Beautiful classic Yankee Stadium, which was torn down in 2008 to make way for the new Yankee Stadium, which is beautiful in its own right, but obviously the original had its charms. That is a deep drive, but looks like Dunn will track it down for out number 2.
Now batting.
So next up is Chris Ramos. He's 0 for 2 today. 4 for 10 in the series with a homer and 5 runs batted in, but he's 0 for 2 today. Sure he'd like to make a change of that right now. Breaks his bat. Slow roller. He charges. He's safe. So that it's an infield single on the broken bat, base hit. And that's a 10-game hitting streak. I mean, is a line drive in the box score. Jammed him, broke his bat. Barrel went flying towards the mound. Ball hopped over the pitcher's mound. By the time Cal Ripken Jr. got to it, it was on first. So Benny Cicero is 2 for 2 today. There's 2 outs, runner at first here in the bottom of the 5th. And he's a little late on the fastball, strike 1. One ball, 1 strike on Lo Cicero. Just gets a piece of the split-fingered fastball. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes on Benny. Ramos leads off first. Not a lot of speed. And it is a 2-hopper off the plate. Steps on first base, does Willie Stargell, and the side is retired. 5 innings of baseball. Score is tied at 4. So we go to the top of the 6th. Max Kepler is 1 for 2. Lefty versus lefty to lead off the 6th. Inside corner, strike 1. It's a line drive the other way against the shift, and it will go all the way to the wall. Renfroe can't cut it off. So it's going to be a leadoff single for Max Kepler, and they have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. That's double number 17 for Kepler. And again, it would have been a single if the shift had not been on. So next up is Cal Ripken Jr. Is a double and a run scored today. He's 1 for 2. To the first baseman, hard drive, takes it himself. The runner moves to third, so it is a productive out. As now the go-ahead run for the Athletics is on third base with less than 2 outs. They don't need a hit to get him in. So Willie Stargell has an RBI single today. He's 1 for 2. And it's a deep drive that slices into the seats, out of play. Hitting .370 with runners in scoring position this season. And he grounds it. It is playable, but it's going to be an RBI ground out for Willie Stargell. He got the job done, and the score is now 5-4 Oakland here in the top of the 6th. Really no chance to throw to the plate. So with 2 outs and the bases clear, Fuentes is up. He has an RBI single today. He's actually 1 for 1. At the knees, strike 1. Again, Oakland leads 5-4 now here in the top of the 6th inning. Strike 2, count as quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. And he flares it down the right field line into the seats. Count remains 0-2. Pulls the changeup foul.
Nope, that's
Low, ball one. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Fuentes. Jams him with the cutter. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. And just gets a piece of the curveball to stay alive. Misses outside, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it is a shallow fly ball to right. Long run for Lo Cicero, but at the line, he makes the catch to retire the side. But not before an RBI ground bout gives the Oakland A's a 5-4 advantage. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Hector Neris comes in to pitch the bottom of the 6th, his 67th appearance. He's 7-2 with a 3.46 earned run average. And leading off is Jacob Salazar, who has a 2-run single today, and he's 2 for 2. Inside, ball 1. Pitches outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes on the leadoff man here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Oakland has a 5-4 advantage. 3 balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light? I don't think so. I'm not swinging it, put the controller down.
Ball 4, that's up.
4 pitches. Bases on balls. So the first man Hector Neris sees, he walks, gives him a free pass. So runner will be at first for Matt Saps, who's 0 for 2. He does have an RBI ground out today. Runner at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. And the pitch out, nothing doing. Salazar was not stealing on that pitch. So 2 righties are warming up in the Athletics bullpen. Johan Lopez and Trevor May. Count is 1 ball and no strike on Saps. Swing and a miss. Out in front of the breaking ball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Salazar leads off first. Inside 2-1. Chases the high fastball. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Saps. Swing and a miss over the top of the breaking ball, and there is 1 away. That's Neris walks the first man he sees, comes back to strike out the second. A little out in front of the breaking ball. So next up is Matt Termini, the 3rd baseman. He has an RBI single today. His average is up to 312. Just gets a piece of the split-fingered fastball, fouls it off. Strike number 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Quick throw to first, Salazar is back. So after walking the first hitter, he seems to have found his breaking ball. Low, pitches low, throw down to second is not in time. It is a stolen base for Jacob Salazar. And now they have a runner in scoring position for Termini. So with 1 out, his count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Matt. And this is a lazy fly ball which will curl into the seats. A foul ball. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Salazar leads off second. Pitches low in the dirt, blocked nicely. No advance on the base paths. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. just gets a piece of the splitter to stay alive. Nasty pitch. And he's a little out in front of the breaking ball. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Throw to second is obviously not in time. Just trying to keep him close. And he jams him. Long run for the second baseman. He makes the catch. Brilliant catch by number 42 himself. And there's 2 away. Jackie Robinson. So Hunter Renfroe is 0 for 2 today. He's going to take a single to tie this ball game. Salazar leads off second. He has speed. Grounds it to the third baseman. Fields fires, and the side is retired. So they strand the runner at second. And after 6 innings of baseball, it's Oakland 5, Bronx 4. So we go to the top of the 7th. Before we do that, let's go to the manager's office for the bullpen. Warm up Carlos and warm up Jesse, just in case. Fuentes is up. No, I'm sorry, check that. Yasmani Grandal hit a 2-run home run today. He's responsible for much of this game's lead. Count is 0-1. Cut fastball in there. Count is 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 out in front of the changeup. And there's 1 away. Believe it or not, that is Bumgarner's first strikeout, which comes here in the 7th inning. He has not been sharp. I mean, he generally is not a strikeout pitcher, but still he's not sharp. So, Jackie's 0 for 3. Misses outside ball 1. You have to believe that Bumgarner is on a hitter-by-hitter basis at this point. The leash is short. At the knees, strike 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike against Robinson. Deep drive towards the left center field gap. Long run for Margot, but tracks it and makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batter, designated hitter.
So with 2 outs and bases empty, Burt Wells steps to the plate. He is 0 for 3. Big strike zone, has been all day. Low strike. Count is 0-1. North-south is just... Pops it up behind the plate. No time for Milo to jump out of his crouch to make the play. But the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. And that is a line drive for Wells. And it is a base hit with 2 outs. He's 1 for 4. And the inning will continue with 2 outs as they have the base runner. And that makes 7 games for Wells. Really shouldn't start talking about hitting streaks until you get to 10 or more, but it is what it is. So next up is Mickey Mantle. He's 1 for 3 with a single, and that will be all as we go to the bullpen. We're going to go Jesse Biddle because the next 2 guys are left-handed. So, the 50-year-old version of Don Mattingly, who is the manager of the Bronx Knights, calls for the left-hander, takes the ball from Bumgarner. He cannot win, he can lose, and he's responsible for the runner at first. In comes Biddle, making his 40th appearance of the season. He's 2-2 with a 1.38 earned run average. 45 and 2/3 innings pitched. He has been special this season. At the knees, strike 1, 95 on the radar gun. Mickey's 1 for 3. And he lines it down the line. It will drop in there for a double. Rolls all the way in the right corner. Runners will stop at second and third. It is a double for Mickey Mantle. Let's look at the replay. He just serves it the other way. And now we have runners at second and third with 2 out. This is a 1-run ball game. A single can make this a 3-run lead for the Athletics. Put this game out of reach. So up steps Adam Dunn. He's 0 for 3 today. Pitch is inside off the plate. Ball 1. Burt Wells at third. Mickey Mantle leading off second. Curveball outside corner, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Dunn. Dunn is a strike him out home run guy, so he has a lot of power. Inside corner, 97 on the radar gun, and he's 1 strike from getting out of this jam. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fouls the 2-seam fastball upstairs behind the plate. Count remains 1-2. Oh, he swung. He went too far. So he strands runners at second and third. They still have a 1-run lead, however. As we go to the 7th inning stretch. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Oakland leads 5-4. So we will go to the bottom of the 7th. Yohan Lopez steps in, his 53rd appearance. He's 3-0 with a 4.50 earned run average. And he will face the number 9 hitter, Anthony Millo. He's 0 for 2. And that's a line drive which will hang up there. Hit it right on the nose, but right at Mickey Mantle. 1 pitch, 1 away. He is 0 for 3. So Manuel Margot steps up. He is 1 for 2 with a single today. He also walked. He's been on base twice. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And that's a line drive, which will it hang up there? Oh, it's off the glove. He makes a big turn at second. Strong throw to second is in time. So he hit a single and was thrown out trying to advance to second base. So instead of there being a runner at first and 1 away, bases are cleared and there are 2 out. That was a big gamble and did not pay off for the Bronx Knights. So Mattingly is 5 for 12 in this series, but 0 for 3 today. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And it is a lazy fly ball again for Mickey in center. A lot easier than the previous play. And the side is retired. So at the end of 7 innings of baseball, it's the Oakland A's 5, the Bronx Knights 4. So, manager, bullpen, lefty, righty, lefty. Carlos Estevez will warm up and come in if necessary. Biddle is going to stay in there to face Max Kepler, who's 2 for 3. And he pulls the 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Foul ball, strike 1. Slow roller up the first base line. Takes it himself. 1 out. Easy play for Donnie Baseball. Next up is Cal Ripken. He has a double today. He's 1 for 3. In there, strike 1. Two-seam fastball, strike 2. Counts quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. And that's a deep drive for Cal Ripken Jr. Back goes Renfroe to the track. He makes the catch for out number 2. Gave it a ride, but just got underneath it. So with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th, we've got Willie Stargell up. He's a single. He has a single, RBI single, and an RBI ground out today. So 2 RBIs on his ledger. And that pitch is in there for strike 1. Low ball 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Slider finds the zone. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, the inside fastball. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jesse Biddle. So we will go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 1-run ball game. Oakland leads 5-4. So Aaron Bummer will come in to pitch the bottom of the 8th. It's a 5-4 lead for the Oakland A's. 37 games, 1-1 record, 5.94 earned run average. This is Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Up steps Chris Ramos, switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty Bummer. It's 1 for 3 with a single. Pitches low, ball 1. Let's go to the manager's office. Bullpen. Estevez scheduled to put him in the game. Warm up Smoltz just in case something crazy happens. Swing and a miss at the sinker. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Low, just below the knees. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. And it is a slow roller. He jumps off the mound, tosses over to first, easy out, 1 away.
Now batting, number 38.
So next up is Benny Locicero. He's 3 for 11 with a home run in this series. 2 for 3 today as a single, a double, 2 runs scored. It's 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Just gets a piece of the cut fastball. Count is 1 ball. No, check that. No balls and 1 strike on Benny. Little late on the breaking ball. Count is 0-2. Pitch is low. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here comes the payoff pitch. Way out in front of the cut fastball. He strikes him out, and there are 2 away. Nasty pitch by Aaron. Here's the replay. Just disappears on him. So Jacob Salazar, switch hitter as well, bats from the right side against the lefty. He's 2 for 2 today. Pitch is low, ball 1. And he's late on the sinker. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. It's a 5-4 lead for Oakland. And he pulls it foul down the third baseline. They lost the first 2 of this 3-game set. They wanted to, steal the getaway game instead of getting swept. Scoots it down the first baseline. Still foul. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. And again, he's late. And we'll do it again. And it's through the left side. It is a base hit. Third baseman was guarding the line. So a big hole over there between short and third. So with 2 outs, they have the base runner. Let's watch that replay. As you can see, look, he's hugging the line. That's not Burt Wells. He's the third baseman. I don't remember. So anyway, Matt Saps steps up. He's 0 for 3 in this contest. Swing and a miss. Chases a pitch down and outside. Strike 1. Termini leads off first. Big lead. He throws first. He tries to keep it close. Low, ball 1. Inside, count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Saps. Again, throw to first, keeping Salazar close. He's got 10 stolen bases on the season. He's got speed. Doesn't quite have base stealing savvy, but... And he pulls it hard into the seats. Right over the visitor's dugout. Deep drive the other way. 2 outs. It is Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. That is a 2-run home run for Matthew Saps, number 19 on the season. And they take a 6-5 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Oh, yeah! The crowd is going wild. So is the dugout. Boom! I honestly thought it was going to hit off the wall. Did not think it had enough carry, but there you have it. So, pitching change for the A's. Trevor May comes in. This is number 56 for him. Record is 3-1, 4.11 earned run average. It's now a 6-5 ball game, as we will go to the manager's office in a moment. Matt Termini has an RBI single today. Takes strike one on the corner. Manager's office bullpen. John Smoltz, ready and waiting. John Smoltz. Cancel. Scheduled to put John Smoltz in the game. Carlos Estevez is going to sit down. It's John Smoltz bullpen now. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. 6-5 ball game. That is a line drive. Foul. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Termini. And he pops it up in the infield behind home plate on the third base side. Grandal makes the catch to retire the side, but Matt Saps with a 2-run home run, his 19th of the season, gives him a 6-5 lead. We go to the top of the 9th. Last licks for the Athletics. They need a run. Well, this game is over. So in to get the save is John Smoltz, Hall of Fame pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. 3-0. He has 20 saves on the season in 23 attempts. ERA is 2.97. 41 strikeouts and just over 30 innings pitched. He will face Burt Wells to lead off the top of the 9th. He has an RBI single today. And that's a deep drive. First pitch of the game, back goes Margot. It's a track, the wall. It's gone. And we have a tie ball game at 6. Fuentes' number 5th home run of the season, and it's a blown save for John Smoltz, as this ball game is now tied at 6. The crowd is stunned. He just muscles it to right center field over the 385 sign. No chance for Margot to climb the fence. That is gone. So, it's a tie ball game here. Yasmani Grandal steps up. He's a switch hitter, now bats from the left side. Takes strike one. Fouls off the slider, strike 2. So now he's at 20 saves on the season and he's blown 4. Popped up over by the deep third base line. Third baseman Termini makes the catch for out number 1. Long run for Termini, but he makes the play. So leadoff man Jackie Robinson steps up. He's 0 for 4. He's 1 for 13 in the series. He has not had a great series. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Line drive down the third base line. It is a stab by Termini. What a play for out number 2. Come on, show us that replay. What a brilliant play by Matt Termini. Anyway, with 2 outs, Burt Wells steps up. He's 1 for 4 with a single in his last at-bat. Low strike, but called a strike nonetheless. Count is 0-1. Out in front of the slider, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, side retired. However, we go to the bottom of the 9th. Josh Fuentes' solo home run ties this ball game at 6. So, pitching for the A's is Taylor Rogers, number 47. of the season. Record is 1-2 with a 1.41 earned run average. He has 16 saves in 17 appearances. This is not a safe situation. It's a tie ball game. Renfroe is up. He's 0 for 3. Fouls off the sinker. Back behind home plate. Strike one. Inside off the plate. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. That is a line drive, and it will be over the head. He makes a big turn at first, but then heads back. It is a leadoff single for Hunter Renfroe, and they have, and I've got a message from Maswardi, google.com. I don't know what that means, but thank you for the message. In any event, leadoff man. You know what? I'm thinking I'm going to go for a substitution. Absolutely. So for Hunter Renfroe, I'm going to put in Max Lukulich. Are you sure you want to pinch run Max Lukulich for Hunter Renfroe? Yes, I do. Because he can play the outfield, and he can now possibly steal a base. And the winning run can get in scoring position. So, quick throw to first, trying to keep it close. Anthony Millo, the number 9 hitter, the catcher for the Knights. He's 0 for 3 with a line out. And that is a hard line drive, but unfortunately, Adam Dunn runs it down for out number 1. Hit it right on the nose, but right at the left fielder. So the lineup will turn over. Up will step Manuel Margot. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles today. He has the average up to 319. I'm sure he'll take a few pitches to try to give him an opportunity to pitch out, but Lukulich was not stealing. Lukulich has, I believe, 32 stolen bases on the season. Right-hander warming up in the Athletics bullpen, Bowden Francis. Count is 1 ball and no strikes on Margot. Down and in, count is 2 balls and no strikes. You can feel the energy start to lift here at the stadium. Quick throw to first.
He's good.
1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Tie ball game. And that is going to bloop in there. It's a base hit. And he's going to try to go to third. Strong throw to third, but his speed got him there. So the go-ahead run, the winning run, is on third base with only 1 out. Thanks to the bloop single to right field by Manuel Margot. There's runners at first and third and only 1 out. And up will step Don Mattingly. Donnie Baseball is 0 for 4 today. He flew out in the 7th, and all he needed is a deep fly ball here to win this ball game, 7-6. Let's see what happens. Checks the swing, pitches outside. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. His average this season with runners in scoring position is 382. And a little late on the sinker. Fouls it down the third base line. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Mattingly. Pitch is low, 2-1. Lukulich leads off third. Margot leads off first. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Tie ball game. Winning run is 90 feet away. And he fouls it up the third base line, and the count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Will the runner at first be in motion? And he pulls it. Sargent over to second for 1. Oh, he pulls him off the bag. The runner will score. And it is an RBI ground out to win the game. 7-6. And they sweep the series against the Oakland Athletics. They were down 6-5 in the top of the 9th. Check that, top of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th. I don't know. Bottom line is that this would have been a fielder's choice. They were going for the double play. And there was really no chance that we were going to get the double play. And in addition, the throw to second was offline. So let's do this the right way. This is the 70th win of the season for the Bronx Knights. And the player of the game is The shortstop, Jacob Salazar. He is 3 for 3 today with 2 runs batted in, 2 runs. He stole a base. So, Bronx Knights, 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Oakland Athletics, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. John Smoltz, who blew the save, will get the win. That's his 4th win of the season. Taylor Rogers blew the save for the Oakland Athletics in the bottom of the 9th. He will get the loss. And as we stated before, Jacob Salazar is your player of the game. And this has been a broadcast of Bronx Knights Baseball, a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. It is my intention of playing every inning of every game of 162 games. This is game number 107, I believe. So I'm well on my way to getting to 162 and beyond. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a great night. Take care of yourself.